Shalom guys, and welcome to another update, this time from Syria. So what a night it was. Let's go first to the city of Latakia. So here you have the toppling of the statue of Hafez al-Assad in the Alawite city of Latakia. This is the Alawite canton. Alawites are a sect, a very small sect, within which was Assad, who was ruling Syria. But the majority of people in Syria are actually Sunni. This is another clip showing you people entering Assad's palace and starting looting. And this is a common picture we've seen all over the world when a dictator falls, people start looting his personal goods. Here you have another clip of a minister of the Assad regime taken by the rebels. So it's official now. The Assad regime is gone. It's totally done after about 50 years. Now the power in Syria has changed and we are witnessing a new set of rules in the Middle East. Syria no longer is going to be controlled by the Alawites. It's going to be Sunni from now on. And you may ask, what happened to Assad? Well, we don't know now, but it doesn't look good. Here you can see the graph of the plane on which Assad was, and suddenly this plane loses a huge amount of altitude. It loses more than 6,000 meters suddenly. So it's either fallen or exploded or something happened to it. We don't know yet. Now, if you look at the direction of this plane, it was going north. So north of Syria in that direction. So that direction is one country, and that's Russia. Now, speaking of Russia, we talked about the city of Latakia on the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. So Russia had two military bases in Latakia and Tartus. And because of the turmoil in Syria, they had to quickly evacuate. I mean, this is huge. This is a huge blow for Putin and Russia. It's a huge dishonor. It's something they would never imagine would have happened. They lost the access to the Middle East for Syria now. This is another footage from inside Damaskus, inside the palace of Assad, and you see people just walking there, doing pictures, being cheerful. So this is the situation right now. Right now people are cheerful, they are happy that the regime is gone, and you can see people making pictures of themselves, so they are happy. But what's actually going to be important is what happens next. And of course, this is very important also for Israel. As you can see on this map, Israel is bordering with Syria. And if we zoom in, we will see that Israel's strategic territory, the Golan Heights, are bordering with Syria. That's why Israel has already deployed a lot of their military to this area, because it is not a secret that the new power is not going to be friendly to Israel. Here you have the rebels broadcasting from a national television in Syria. And of course, those are the people that will be ruling Syria right now. And if you look at them, they do not look like politicians. They are fighters. And that's why they are more dangerous to Israel than Assad. Of course, Assad was not a nice guy, but he was not a fighter. He was really a puppet of Russia and Iran. He was well educated, eloquent, and definitely not this type of fighter that would fight for his death. That's why he escaped Syria, because he was afraid for his life. He was this man that came from this Alawite minority. He was hated by the majority of the people. He was cruel to his people. He was not afraid to use cruel tactics to destroy opposition, but he was not a fighter. But the people that will be ruling Syria now, they are of a different breed. They are seasoned in fighting for years, fighting with Assad, fighting with the Kurds. They are very, very dangerous for Israel, and they are not afraid to die. This is an opposite to Assad, who didn't really want to get under the skin of Israel too much because he was afraid they will respond by killing him. Now, this victory of the rebels is also a huge blow for Hezbollah and a huge blow for Iran that was supporting Hezbollah in Syria. Now, the country that is very happy is Turkey, because Turkey is the power that was supporting a lot of those rebel groups. And of course, Turkey is still interested in restoring the Ottoman Empire. The question now is Turkey gonna be able to control those groups? They are quite diverse and they are not a monolith. So the question is how Turkey will be able to control them once they get into power. We know that when people go to power, it changes everything. Here you can see again a map of the Shia population in the Middle East, and you can see that Turkey is only 10% of the population is Shia, whereas in Syria it's 15 to 20%. So obviously these new groups that took power, they're not Shia, they are Sunni. And of course, this is a major blow for Iran. They lost just a huge country over which they had influence through Hezbollah. It is estimated that Iran was sending each year up to $900 million to support Hezbollah in Syria and Lebanon. That's a great investment. And now it doesn't look good for Hezbollah because they are a natural enemy of the new power in Syria. And the former leader of Hezbollah in Lebanon, Nasrallah, said that if Syria will fall, their resistance is over. So from Israel's perspective, one enemy is weakened, but there is another one that rises. Before I finish, I want to say this. Make sure to see my video that I posted yesterday because I go much deeper into the situation in Syria. So if you want to know more, go there. I will leave a link in the description of this video for you to click on, and you will immediately go to the video where I go deep into the analysis on Syria. Also, make sure to follow me on social media. I am leaving links in the description of this video because the situation is very dynamic and sometimes I won't be able to share on YouTube, but I will be sharing on those platforms. So X and Telegram are the best. So I'll see you there. Have a good day. Shalom.